morning, Crestwood. Good to see you on this cold and icy, wintry Wednesday. I know we have bad weather coming in, so I hope that you are staying safe and warm inside your own house. I'm certainly trying to do that as well. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you in a couple weeks when we start in-person drive-in worship on February 21st. Excited about the possibility of gathering at the church together and can't wait to see you. So excited about that. Until then, glad to be with you in this format and honored to provide you this devotional on this Wednesday, February 10th. So today I'm thinking about going home by a different route. You know, that's the story we hear about the wise men when they were told to go home by a different route so they didn't encounter Herod. But I think about all the times that I don't take a new route for the purpose of efficiency. So the other day, the girls and I had some yard signs to deliver for a project I'm a part of, and I'd mapped it out on Google Maps. We had like about 6 different places to go in the surrounding counties outside of Lexington. So I mapped out the most efficient route that would get us to each place with a minimal amount of driving. But there was one certain road that the girls wanted to drive on. It wasn't quite on the way. We'd have to double back and go a different route. It would add probably about 10 minutes to our trip. And inside I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want to get this done. I want to get from A to B. But they insisted, so we took that route. And it was this beautiful drive through the country that I probably wouldn't have had a chance to enjoy had I stuck with just being efficient and going from route A or from point A to point B. And I do that a lot. I tend to focus on what's most efficient, but maybe miss out on the joys that are provided by the detours, the joys that are provided by taking alternate routes. When I worked at the newspaper in Jeffersonville, Indiana, from my home to the newspaper office, there were 2 routes I could take. One took me through town and one took me down along the Ohio River. Well, the Ohio River route was about 2.5 minutes longer. I know, because I mapped it out and timed it and everything. And so I'd always go through town because it would get me there 2.5 minutes quicker. And one day there was a detour. They were doing construction on the road going through town, so I decided to go take the road along the river. And it was a beautiful morning, and the sun was shining on the river, and it was peaceful and serene. And it hit me at that moment, I've been saving 2.5 minutes every morning on this drive, but I've been missing this beautiful view. I've been missing this creation that God made, this glimpse of God's glory. And so from that day forward, I always took the river route, even if it was 2.5 minutes longer, so that I could just soak in this gift that God had given me. And I don't do that enough. I don't slow down enough. I don't take a look to see where God's beauty is around me because I'm focusing on efficiency. I'm focusing on getting things done. I'm focusing on point A to point B. So I want to encourage you to think about what alternate routes you can take in your life that will give you a different view, give you a different perspective. I went hiking with a friend once and we came upon this path that wasn't quite on the map. And I said, oh, I wonder where that goes. And he said, let's find out. And I thought, well, that's a weird answer. We don't know where it goes. But the idea of going down this new path and exploring this new territory was kind of frightening, but then exhilarating. We came across this beautiful little waterfall, and we just sat on a rock in the middle of the river and just looked at it. It was glorious, and it was exactly the kind of break from, getting from point A to point B that I needed. We don't do that enough. We don't stop and notice the small flowers on the path or the moss on the bark of a tree. We don't stop and notice the view of the creek that runs along the road. I think we can be so focused on efficiency and so focused on getting things done, we miss the gift that God gives us in creation that's all around us. So today I want to encourage you to think about when it's safe to go back outside, go a different route, take a different road than you have to. I mean, goodness knows, in Lexington, you can take 8 different roads to get to anywhere you're going. So pick a new one. Notice what you see along the way. Kind of pause to just soak in that weird tree that's in that person's yard, or the way that the kids have decorated the sidewalk with chalk. There are all these gifts around us that we easily miss if we're just focused on getting to where we're supposed to go. So I want to encourage you today, maybe next time you go somewhere, take a different route. See what God has to show you. God bless you, Crestwood.